The Democratic Party, much like the Republican Party, actually is in an unenviable position. Both parties are in very bad shape right now. The Republicans, obviously, because of their infighting and their, search for an identity. The Democrats, because they're unable to get things done in Washington, D.C. Now, both of these things could hurt these respective parties in the 2022 midterms, and depending on the day of the week, the stories are dire for one or the other. But here's the thing. This past week, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called out the Democratic Party, basically begging them, stop wasting your time trying to negotiate and make deals with these Republicans in the Senate because they're never going to happen. And I agree with her absolutely, wholeheartedly, 100%. This is a waste of time. But we all know why this is happening. I don't think any of us are really fooled into believing that the Democrats think the Republicans are arguing or negotiating in good faith. I know politicians can be naive sometimes. Biden has made many naive statements. But at the end of the day, they understand these Republicans are not going to do the right thing. They're not going to come forward with an actual infrastructure plan that would benefit the American public. But the reason they are doing this, like I said, is because they're in that unenviable position to where they have to try to at least convince the public for a little bit that we're trying to work with Republicans, we're trying to be bipartisan. Don't kick us out of Congress, kick them out. It's all for show. I do believe that, at least to an extent. Some of them, sure, are truly naive and they think they can change Republican minds. But it's also for show. But AOC's right. Time's up. Okay, we really are running out of time on these issues. The show has to come to an end. Whether you are doing it because you think Republicans will come around or because you want to convince the public that the Democrats are trying to work with I don't care what it is. You have to stop it. You cannot continue to waste time, to waste days and weeks and months at this point trying to negotiate with a party that has made it clear, Mitch McConnell said it on camera, that their only goal for the next 4 years is to make sure that your agenda doesn't succeed. You can't negotiate with that. You can't fix that. You can't change that. So you have to move on. Because if you don't, if you continue to sit at that negotiation table and Republicans repeatedly come back to you with a piece of legislation that is 1/10 of what you had originally proposed, you're going to lose every time. So here's what you do instead. I'm not just criticizing, I have answers. Since you know these Republicans aren't going to work with you, and by the way, you also know that polls show the public doesn't care if Republicans work with you, but I see how you would like to sell it to the public as well. We tried, they wouldn't let us. So go start selling it to the public that way. I don't know if people realize this, but you don't have to wait for elections to start running political ads. It almost drives me insane that we don't see ads running across the country 24/7 with these political issues. You can do that. And I know you can't coordinate with super PACs because that would be illegal, but super PACs, if you're watching, anybody with a connection to a super PAC, get the hell on this. What are you waiting for? You can run ads talking about how Republicans are walking away from the table, how they're not doing anything, they're voting against popular legislation that even their own party supports just to spite Joe Biden. Get on it now. Control the messaging as we head into the midterms, even though we're 18 months away. Frame it now. Make them defend it later. Thank you. You're welcome. But y'all won't do it because that's a smart idea. And that would be a successful idea. And if the Democratic Party had any sense, if they listened to people like AOC, that is exactly what they would be doing.